time to turn on the lights, because the Danbury Westerners are playing tonight. They'll be swinging their bats and they'll be hitting home runs. It's a night of excitement and family fun.
Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of Westerners Roundup.
Number 22 of your Danbury Westerners. At this time, I would really appreciate your complete and utter attention, because without this woman, the breakfast should don't happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the chair of the Danbury Westerners Breakfast, Kay Schreiber.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be highly brief, I promise. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming this morning and for your continued support. And as Bart said, welcome to our 22nd annual Danbury Westerners Celebrity Breakfast. Amazing, 22 years and counting. Yay. I also need to thank my breakfast committee and the many volunteers that have helped us to make this event happen today. So my sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you. Also, I'd like to mention to everyone, yay Marty, he's clapping in the back, he's one of my committee people. If you haven't bought your raffle tickets yet, please do so. Please sign up for a silent auction. We have some different kind of items this year. And please, please, please come down to Rogers Park this summer and see some amazing, talented baseball taking place. And again, thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Paul Schaffer, the president of the Danbury Westerners.
All right, this is pretty awesome. I think that's how I start these speeches every year, standing up here. But thanks everyone for coming to this breakfast, yes, our 22nd. And on behalf of the Westerners, I'm proud and humbled and honored to be standing here once again. It's for my 6th time presenting the breakfast. We have a great program today. We have our 2016 Seri Award recipient, Joseph Consentino, over here. And our very special guest speaker, the 1977 MVP, World Series champion, George Foster. You know, for some of our younger fans, and I'm actually looking over there at the team, you might not remember who George Foster was. He's still in the top 100 all-time of home runs. And this is in an era where they weren't doing illegal things. You know, look at this. Wow, I'm glad I didn't see that. You know, just check out his. I was going to check out his 1977 season. It's pretty impressive. This is our annual event to raise much-needed funds for the Westerners as we start our 2016 season. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention those nice tip envelopes that were empty when I put them on the tables this morning. And they need to be really, really heavy, and so I hurt my back carrying them out here. So please be generous and help support our program. I want to quickly thank our sponsors, our program sponsor, Agility and Lee Day, who's our head trainer not only for the Westerners, but for the Danbury Titans and the Connecticut Militia. Connecticut Family Orthopedic and Dr. Matt Hartsburg from Hartsburg Chiropractic. They do a fabulous job working with our players during the summer. I want to thank the News Times for their excellent coverage. And really, I want to thank a bunch of our table sponsors, all of you here. You guys helped make this breakfast, and we've had a lot of people. The Danbury Exchange Club is here year after year. We have our Players Table is sponsored by Rosen Kiernan and Chris Arconti from Arconti Painting. We have a bunch of youth baseball teams here, and I actually also want to single out the Danbury Rotary Club, who today presented me with a very nice check to hang a banner out on our ballpark. So thank you, Danbury Rotary. Every year, I make it a point to discuss our host family program, led by Shelley Pitzer. Our host families are the backbone of this organization. Without their support and their generosity, there'd be no Danbury Westerners baseball. So thank you, those who are new to our organization, those who have been hosting ball players for the past several years. And if people are interested in hosting, we are always looking for more host families. All of our players do have a bed right now, so we're cool with that. But please see either Shelley or myself about that. At the ballpark, as we have done in the past several years, we'll be honoring lots of not-for-profits, service organizations, individuals, and businesses who help make Danbury and all of Western Connecticut a truly outstanding community. And once again, the Westerners will be making numerous appearances this summer. We've already been at a couple of places, at Chick-fil-A, we were at the Prospector Theater last night, we were at King Street School this week, and these guys just got in Sunday and Monday. But we're making the rounds here, and yet they're going to also find time to play 44 games in 8 weeks. It's an insane, grueling schedule, but we're really fortunate to have a tremendous coaching staff led by our manager, Josh Parrow, pitching coach from the University of Bridgeport when he's not up here in Danbury. And the rest of our staff has a couple of familiar faces. Richie Bennis, he was our hitting coach last year, is back this year. Dylan Clark from our championship 2010 team is our pitching coach. University of Rhode Island is where he resides when he's not down here. And 2 assistant coaches, Dave Simone, who I'm sure many of you know, and Kevin Early, a new face for the organization. I got to tell you, this is a great program that we have here in Danbury with the Westerners here. We've had 20 guys make the major leagues. 142 Westerners have been drafted by MLB teams. There are right now almost 40 playing professionally, and there are some names here. I'm going to read a couple of them, but remember them because these are tomorrow's stars. Jake Stinnett in the Cubs, Mike Hothschild, Tyler Horan, Zach Shank, Tucker Nathans, Mike Ford, Daniel Spignola. These guys here hone their skills in Danbury, and they are doing great things in the minor leagues right now. And this is what our 2016 team has to look forward to. Great coaching as we continue to develop our excellent program. Prior players will tell you that playing for Danbury, being seen by scouts, make a tremendous impact in getting recognized, and you, the fans, are the beneficiaries of these results. During the past 21 years, we've given an opportunity for over 550 young men to play summer baseball here in Danbury, as well as be excellent ambassadors to the city. So each year I kind of struggle with how I want to conclude my remarks, and I was thinking of a couple of things. First of all, baseball really transcends a lot of things, and really is focal for many people's lives. I went to my first baseball game with my mom. Where are you, Mom? When I was 8 years old, she took me and my brother to a Yankee game. I've kind of tried to do the same with my children to make them appreciate the great game of baseball. I have a couple of the usual suspects at table 14 who I go out with baseball games with them on a regular basis. And it's great how this sport really is something that brings people together. It's not just about the players. We have great summer interns who are honing their skills here today. And we do an awful lot in the off season just to try and bring to you guys in the community 2 months of great baseball here. I really want to thank a lot of our board members. I want to thank the guys you're going to see at the ballpark helping us run this team. You're going to see John, you're going to see Nick, Fred, Bob, Shelley, John, Jen. A lot of our board members are all going to be there each and every game supporting this great program here. Quite honestly, you're going to see the best that the city of Danbury has to offer to the community. Our program continues to thrive, And we are really, really an important component in the plans to revitalize downtown Danbury, and it's a privilege to have a franchise here of such great quality playing in Danbury. So I'm confident we have the leadership, the talent, the desire, and the support of the community to make this a winning season. And thank you very much for coming here today. See you at the ballpark.
The following players are here. We're going to introduce them again, one by one. They'll head, greet Westy, pop up on the stage, and we're good to go. All right, from the pitching staff, we're going to go through the pitchers first. A right-hander from Georgia State, number 29, Bryce Conley. See, I knew you could not do this. I knew this. This is like some YouTube epic fail. All right, here we go. From Binghamton, right-hand pitcher, number 39, Nicholas Gallagher. From Northeastern, righty pitcher, number 36, Will John. From Bryant University, lefty, number 32, Justin Snyder. From Binghamton, righty, number 31, Dylan Stock. From Seton Hall, right-hand pitcher, number 25, Ryan Testani. From Bryant University, righty pitcher, number 28, Ross Weiner. That's our pitching staff. Moving on to the catchers. Righty hitting catcher from Binghamton, number 20, Jason Agresti. From the University of South Florida, righty hitting catcher, number 6, Tyler Dietrich. And our final backstop, lefty hitter from Georgia State, number 8, Nick Gatewood. Now to our infielders. From Elon University, number 18, lefty hitting Sean Blake. From Lafayette College, a Leopard, number 4, Stephen Cohen. From the University of South Florida, number 16, Robert Montes. From Quinnipiac, number 14, righty hitting Ryan Nelson. A lefty hitter out of Bryant, number 11, Tyler Pano. From Seton Hall, another lefty, Sebastiano Santorelli, number 1. From the University, from Florida International University, righty hitting number 5, Eddie Silva. From Campbell University, righty hitting number 12, Michael Van Degna. And from the University of South Florida, another righty hitter, number 13, David Villar. And to our outfielders, from St. Thomas Aquinas, righty hitting Giovanni Dingkong, number 10. From the University of Florida International, I should say from the University of Pittsburgh, a righty hitter, number 3, Frank Maldonado. And from the New Jersey Institute of Technology, NJIT, lefty hitting number 19, Jesse Uttendorfer. And our coaching staff, assistant coach Dave Simone, pitching coach Dylan Clark, hitting coach Richie Bennis, and the skipper of the Danbury Westerners, Josh Harrell. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 Danbury Westerner team. And a reminder, this group will be at Rogers Park tonight, 6:30, season opener against the Plymouth Pilgrims at the Raja, the rustic Raja. The Westerners tonight against Plymouth, and we wish the team the best of luck this evening. They'll be playing 10 games in 9 days to start the season.
Easy.
At this time, we're going to have the presentation of the Michael Seri Award, the Tweezer Seri Award. And to present and give this annual honor out, I can think of no better gentleman than an individual who has been synonymous with baseball for decades in the city of Danbury, the first general manager of the Westerners, a long-standing and outstanding NECBL commissioner, and former lead singer of the famed Bronx doo-wop group, the Gacavons. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mario Tiani.
Nice. Good morning, George. Good morning. Welcome, Westerners. It's a real honor for me to be here this morning to present the 2016 Michael Seri Award to a gentleman that has become a dear, dear friend of mine over the last 25 plus years. Many stories, many travels together. An outstanding individual. The founder of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. December 1994, Joe and George came to Danbury and met with a group of baseball-type people at City Hall, and that's how this journey all started. Joe, as you know, went to St. John's, graduated, played in the Boston Red Sox organization. Once out of pro ball, he came to his senses and became a loyal Yankee fan. I expected to hear a few boos. But this award could not be presented to any more of a deserving person than Joe Consentino. He went on to, he still currently is, Emmy Award-winning producer, director in the movie industry with his wife, Sandra. He's had some really successful documentaries on the History Station, Baghdad Diaries for one, Muhammad Ali, The Real Story. My favorite, Family Values, The Story of the Mob. Once Joe gets up here, you'll understand why it's our favorite. But at this time, I'd like to introduce the recipient of the Michael Seri 2006 Award, Joe Consentino. And he dresses really well. He dresses up for this occasion.
I don't know who this young man is, but
It's a haircut.
he's my grandson, Blake. Last night, the Major League Baseball draft was on, and Blake was watching with me, and he saw someone by the first name of Blake Rutherford, a high school outfielder. And he said, Pop, I hope the Yankees get him. Guess what? The Yankees got him. Blake is going to actually do the speech this morning for me. It's not a speech. It's just some thoughts, random thoughts over the last few years. And first of all, I'm very honored to have the Michael Seri Award. And as everybody who ever met Michael understands, he's a really hard act to follow. Community leader, Danbury Westerners advocate, and one of the very, very funny individuals any of us have ever met in our lives. This man made us laugh from the belly, and we miss him. When we founded the Cape Cod League, the NECBL, it was basically because we had investigated the Cape Cod League and found that at their roster of 350 players, there were only 3 youngsters from the New England area, which doesn't seem fair. And then Mo Vaughn, who I coached against in the American Legion, called me and said, I can't get in the Cape Cod League. As another player, pitcher, Kevin Porter, both of whom signed with the Red Sox and were great players. So we had an idea about doing this, and I called up George and a friend of mine from ESPN, and we talked about it. George immediately was on board. He wanted this to happen because not only is he a great player, but he's one of the few individuals who've truly given back. He's always been helping youngsters, whether they're in grade school, and he does this out of the goodness of his heart. George came on board, as did the Vice President of Programming for ESPN, and we got instant credibility. Within 3 months, we started this in '93, the league was on its way. We had 5 teams the first year. But again, if it hadn't been for George, we would not have had instant credibility, and I'll be forever grateful to him. I think we should give this man a real round of applause, even before he gets here. I also want to acknowledge a couple of friends of ours. We have a group, by the way, of semi-retired NECBL officials. We call this ourselves ye old codgers. We meet once a month at Pippa's, and it's a tremendous group of a very funny hour of food and reminiscence. Mario Tiani, this gentleman to my left here, not only was he a great general manager for the Danbury Westerners for 10 years, but in my estimation, the greatest commissioner the NECBL has ever had. And Mario, I applaud you. And he's always picking on me. Also, Dick Murray, and Eve Magan, and Richard Rossiter. These 4 individuals are so responsible not only for the success and the start of the Danbury Westerners, but also for making our league what it is. No one person is ever responsible for that. There's always someone who says, it was New Year's Eve and I had a good idea. But it takes all the individuals from every group in this league to make it really happen. The host families, the coaches, and all the supporters. If everybody here who attended this today will come to a game and bring 5 of their friends, the Danbury Westerners will have the audience that they deserve. This is an incredible franchise. Paul mentioned about how many men have gone into professional baseball and how many are in major leagues right now. Billy Burns, Matt Joyce, Adam Octavino. Team members, you new 2016 Danbury Westerners, you have a legacy. It took a lot of men and a lot of women to make this a successful program. And people like Kay, who for years has been doing this breakfast. You know, they say behind every ordinary man is an extraordinary woman. I truly believe that. Last, I want to thank my family for being here and my friends. My friends from the Ridgefield Playhouse, Allison, Julie, Alex, Mitch, Patricia, Mookie, Jerry Miller, Betsy, thank you. It means a lot. To my 2 grandchildren who are here, 2 boys, Alexander and Blake, who I hope one day may be good enough to put on that Danbury uniform. My daughter, Susan. My son, Stephen, who unfortunately worked till 3 in the morning on a feature film and was too tired really to come. I thank you. And last but not least, my wife, Sandra, my partner in business and life, who when she didn't know this included a career in baseball. I love you, Sandra. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bart, George, Paul, thank you. Thank you.